What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to the FallenRedZeo. I'm back with more Marvel Legends. Today, looking at an old set here that we've had sitting around for quite a while, but it's now starting to take up too much space for us, so we're going to go ahead and open it to get this out of the way. But today, we have the Mighty Thor Marvel Legend 5-pack from SDCC 2017. So we've had this around for a while, although I don't think we got it at the time of release in 2017. I think we ended up buying it later on, but as I mentioned, we've had it sitting around since then, so it's just taking up a lot of space, because if you can't really see, this is like a pentagon shaped thing. So if I kind of go down to the top, you can see it's this big pentagon shape with 5 different figures in each little section, but it's got this nice slip cover on over the top. So it's the Mighty Thor set. So on the front we have the Jane Foster version of Thor with Thor, Odinson, and all sorts of stuff around there fighting all sorts of different creatures. We have Malekith there around on the back, we have Bor, and then Ulik there as well. So just all sorts of different characters around there, showing the 5 different characters we will be getting in the set. But as I mentioned, it just has this nice slip cover on over the top. So let's go ahead and slide it off, and then we get some pictures on the inside there. So each little section here has their character. So there's like Ulik there, Bor, Malekith, the Jane Foster Thor, and Thor Odinson. But it actually opens up into these different little sections here. So all these little triangles with all the different characters inside of them. So there we've got Bor, Malekith, the female Thor, Odinson, and then Ulik there as well. So 5 characters in this pack, which is pretty cool. So some of these we've had before, so I will show those comparisons. But the Bor and the Ulik are 2 new figures for us at least. So that'll be cool to check out. So let me go ahead and get all the figures out of the packaging, and we'll take a look at each one of them. So we're starting off with Thor, or the Jane Foster Thor, and she looks pretty cool overall. You know, just looks like the female version of Thor as she is. So of course in the comics, Thor lost his ability to wield Mjolnir, and the hammer ended up calling to Jane at a time when she was fighting cancer, and when she found the hammer, she was able to pick it up, making her worthy and giving her the powers of Thor and giving her a physical transformation. So again, this is a figure we have had in the past, so I will be showing the comparisons between there. They just made some minor changes, but still the exact same figure, just different like colors and everything. But it still looks pretty good. So she has the helmet there of like Thor, so she has the big wings up on the side of her head, but I like the little gold logo there on top, nice blue eye sticking out there, and the red lipstick really stands out. Long blonde hair flowing out from the helmet, and like on the back there we have her cape, which looks like it's kind of falling off, but the nice red cape going down her back there, and we can probably just go ahead and pop it off, but it has the nice little circles on top, very similar to Thor, so I'll get that out of the way. And then we have her outfit. So it looks like underneath she has like this black like spandex style outfit there. She has a chest plate with a nice little gold design there underneath it, bare arms going down until this one we have some black on her arm and some silver armor, but the other arm's just completely bare. She has a skirting on here, so it has a nice belt design with the silver circles, again very similar to Thor. She has the material hanging in the front and the skirting material there in the back, and it's like a dark brown and light brown colors. 3, 2, 1, the black legs continue all the way down to the brown wrappings around her legs, very similar to Thor. And then she has some silver boots on, and I like how it has like these wing designs at the top of them, which are pretty cool to me. So for her movements, her head can twist all the way around. She can look that far down. Of course, her hair is not let her go as far, and then that far up again, hair in the back. The shoulders can come up 90 degrees there and can rotate all the way around. We get a bicep twist, a single elbow joint that can bend up to 90 degrees and has the rotation in it, and then the wrist can twist around and flex back and forth. We have an ab crunch and twist right under her chest there, so she can forward and back, again not a whole lot but mostly back, and she can twist all the way around there as well. Her hips can come up 90 degrees out to the side, just about that far, a little thigh twist up in there, a double knee joint that can bend up that far to the back, and the foot can rock back and forth and twist side to side. So as I mentioned, she got the physical transformation, as you could kind of see in the body, especially like her arms and stuff, so she gained some musculature, but she also gained other powers such as superhuman strength, speed, durability, and the Asgardian healing factor, along with, similar to Thor, the energy manipulation that she control while wielding Mjolnir. So we also get this Mjolnir with her. So we have just the nice classic Mjolnir hammer design, but this one's really cool because it's like made of a see-through blue material, but it then also has like printing on over the top of it, which I don't think I can really get it to show you too well, but you can see it got like the dot matrix material design just to give it some of that more shiny like silver design to it, and you can see it going into the handle there where it's then painted all brown. So let's put this in her hand. So there got Mjolnir in Thor's hand. So let's bring in the regular release version from a while ago. So you can see they are the exact same figure. They've just changed some of the color designs, and I think I like the original one a little bit more. Just some about the colors I like more on the older one compared to the new one, although I do like the newer hammer design. But either way, it's the exact same figure, you know, just very minor changes with the colors, but it's not really that noticeable. But like I said, I think I do like the older one more. And next up we have Odinson, which is Thor when he lost his worthiness to wield the Mjolnir. So he pretty much just becomes like a basic Asgard warrior, you know, still has the Asgardian powers, so better than a basic human, but still doesn't have all the same powers as he did as Thor. So the whole story with this Thor is that that he lost his confidence and his godlyhood when in a fight Nick Fury revealed knowledge he gained from a watcher that gods are selfish beings and don't care about mortals. And Thor had been told the same thing from a villain he fought, and he had begun to think about that. And once Nick Fury revealed this to him, Thor believed it to be true, and that deemed him unworthy to wield the hammer. So I think that's a pretty stupid reason to lose his worthiness, but you know, that's just what they came up with. And on top of that, along with losing his worthiness, he also ended up losing his arm in a fight with Malekith. So in this figure, we have his arm replaced with an Uru metal arm, which looks pretty cool, but you know, poor Thor here lost his worthiness and an arm in the process. So again, this Thor looks pretty cool, and again, very similar to the Odinson we've had before, just very minor changes, but I like him. So he still has the long blonde hair, so we got some like the hair blowing in the wind or something there. I like his blonde beard, of course blue eyes still there, so it looks pretty cool and very much like Thor. He is shirtless, so we have his chest and body exposed so you can see his abs and all the hair there on his chest. We have his nice cape going to the back, and so this cape's been all tattered and torn. Some leather wristband there on his one arm and the Uru metal arm. Then we have his black pants that are being held up by a rope, and it goes all the way down to his black boots that go up to his knees, and he has some leather straps tied around him going all the way down to the actual boots. And I forgot this was in his hands, but I already left it in there. But he has his axe, which since he loses the hammer, he still needs a weapon, so he uses his axe, and I don't know how to say it exactly, but it's like Jarnborn or something like that. Again, another weapon with weird pronunciation, but I forgot I left that in his hands, but it is a very cool looking axe. But for his movements, his head can twist around there. It's hard to get it to twist all the way around just because the hair there, but he can twist side to side, and he can look down that far and up that far, so not a whole lot of range in the neck. His shoulders can come up 90 degrees and can rotate all the way around. We get a bicep twist, a double elbow joint that can bend up that far, and the wrist can twist around and flex back and forth. We have a crunch right there, so you can crunch forward, crunch back, so really good movements there. Twist all the way around at the waist. The hips can come up 90 degrees out to the side that far. Thigh twist all the way around. A double knee joint that can bend up that far in the back, and the foot can flex back and forth and twist side to side. So this Thor looks cool and a really good figure, and let's compare him to the older version. So again, we can see the differences there. They took the shirt off of the new one, of course gave it the Uru arm. They gave him a beard and different style hair compared to the older one. I think this new one looks much more like a Thor, you know, that I imagined, but they both still come with the same hammer, have the exact same cape, obviously just in different colors, and then the same leg designs as well, again with just different colored leather there. So although there's not much difference, I definitely do like the new one more. And then we've got Malekith, the Dark Elves of Svartalheim, and Malekith is the villain we see in Thor the Dark World. Obviously this is the comic based version, but that's just probably how most people know Malekith. But at a young age, Malekith became the apprentice to a Dark Elf wizard, and he started to become a natural spellcaster and magician, and one day the wizard wanted to seek peace from all the wars in the realm, but Malekith did not want that because to him all the wars had created the Dark Elves as they were, and he thought they could be a better society, so wanted the wars to continue. So he ended up killing the wizard, but in the process the wizard cast a curse on him that blacked half of his face, giving him the mark of evil. But he still went on to become the leader of the Dark Elves. And with being a Dark Elf, he has superhuman strength, speed, durability, reflexes, and healing factor, and of course with him learning from a magician, he also has mystical powers. So Malekith here looks awesome. So as mentioned from the story, he does have the half black face, so has the blue skin and then the half black face, and then he carries that halfness of him down into like his armor and stuff. You can see half red and half black, and again that continues down on the skirting and down the legs as well. So I just like how he went like the half and half. He has the long white hair there going to the back, and of course has the pointy elf ears, but a nice big smile on his face, nice gold like necklace design there around his neck. He's got a belt on with a gold buckle, and then this additional belt with some pockets on it, and then you can see his blue skin there as well on his hands. So overall I think it's just a really cool design just with the half black and red, but for movements his head there can twist around. It doesn't really go all the way around again because of his hair, but he can look down that far and then up just pretty much straight on again because of the hair. Those shoulders can come up 90 degrees there and can rotate around within the armor. We get a bicep twist, the double elbow joint that can bend up that far, and the wrist can twist around and flex back and forth. We have an ab crunch and crunch forward and crunch back there, so pretty decent, and twist all the way around at the waist. The hips can come up 90 degrees out to the side that far. We have a thigh twist that's real stiff, but there's a thigh twist, does twist all the way around. We have the double knee joint that can come up that far in the back, very close to kicking his own butt. We have a shin twist at the top of the boot, and then the foot can flex back and forth and twist side to side. So overall he has really good movements, and for a weapon we get the Dark Elf sword, so this awesome looking sword with a blade on one side, then it has like the serrated pieces on the back there, just very cool looking sword with a gold handle. So let's put this in his hand. So that looks pretty cool there, and then let's go ahead and bring in the old Malekith here, so you can see they are the exact same figure. Once again, they just kind of changed up some of the color design, so switch the hair from blonde to white, darken up the red, and then switch it to black from the dark red there, but everything else is going to be exactly the same. Again, just switched up some of the colors, so I think like the new one a lot more. And then we have Ulik or Ulik, I don't know how to pronounce his name, but he is a member of the rock trolls that live in caves in the realm of Asgard, and Ulik here is known as the strongest and fiercest of all the rock trolls, and has fought many times against Thor, but always gets beat. But he looks pretty awesome here, so I like the whole troll design. So it's got a lot of characteristics of like classic trolls, where he has like a lot of stone like skin and all sorts of like little like warty style design stuff, so bumps all over him. But again, still has like that rock style, so you can see all the line stuff going in there. But then he also has hair on him as well, so we have hair up on his shoulders, there on his forearms, and down on his feet. And then we get a look at his face, so it looks very much like a troll face. This has got big pointy ears, long brown hair and beard. He's got the bottom like canine sticking out really far, big crazy eyes and eyebrows. Just looks very cool, and like I said, just very much like a classic troll look. And I really like how he has like this hair design on top. I don't know if it's like hairs going up like horns or if it's actual horns, I'm not sure, but it's still very cool that he has that design thrown in there. And then going down his body, he has this green outfit on, so he has like this green scale like armor design that I really like, of course similar to like classic Captain America. And then these suspenders like going up over his arms in the green with the silver bulbs on him. And then in the center he has this silver face design, so you have like the eye just holds there, and then just like a face with another little face inside, probably like a troll face of some sort, and that leads into some green underwear. And other than that, he's all just bare, so the rest of him is all bare skin, except for on his hands where he has these like brass knuckles, which are called pounders, which are just like Asgardian versions of knuckles, but if he hits the ground hard enough with them, it can cause earthquakes. So overall, he's just a very interesting design, so I think this is just an awesome looking figure. And with being a troll, he pretty much has all the exact same powers as the Asgardian, so his supreme strength, speed, durability, reflexes, sight for seeing in the dark caves, and then the healing factor as well. Now for its movements, his head can twist all the way around. He can look down that far and up that far, so just a little bit of movement in the neck. The shoulders can come up a little bit there under 90 degrees, not really too far, but they can rotate around within there as well. We get a bicep twist, a single elbow joint that can just bend like 90 degrees, and the wrist can twist around and flex back and forth. We have an ab crunch in the middle there, so crunch forward and back there, so not a whole lot of range, but it does have movement there. Twist all the way around at the waist. The hips can come up 90 degrees and out to the side that far. We do have a thigh twist in there, a single knee joint that bends up to 90 degrees, and then the foot is stiff but can rock back and forth and twist side to side. So this overall is a pretty cool figure. I really like the design. Like I feel if this was in an actual set, this would be like the Build-A-Figure for sure, so it's awesome that they included it with this set. And as far as I know, and I've never seen it anything, this is the only version they've ever made of it, so that's pretty cool. I just really like this figure a lot. And our final character from the pack is Bor, or Bor Burison. And Bor is known as the first king of Asgard and became the ruler of Asgard as his father Buri abdicated the throne, so he took over and became a warrior that led his people to a time of power and prosperity. And in that time he also fathered Odin, so he is the father of Odin and then makes him the grandfather of Thor. And as Odin was a child, Bor paid special attention to him to groom him to become the next king, so he pretty much treated how Odin did to Thor, Bor did to Odin. But during a fight against the frost giants, Bor ended up chasing after one and fell into a trap, and Bor was turned into a pile of snow, so he was still alive and could talk and everything, but he was just now kind of frozen solid in a pile of snow. And that led to Odin becoming the new king of Asgard. So Bor here just looks like a giant Viking character is all he is, and he is very big, so he's much bigger than other characters including Thor, which you'll see. So he's just a big hulking man, like I said, looks very much just like your classic look of a Viking. So he's got the big helmet on here, the big metal helmet with the horns coming down. I like his like red beard all braided hanging down there. Got like this makeshift armor. It looks like it's probably made of wood or something. It's all put together and has some leather straps going around there to the back with a hole to hold a shield. And underneath looks like he's got some black outfit. But then we have like this skirting around his waist, so he has this leather material around like a belt, and then some fur hanging down with what looks to be some chainmail hanging down there in the front. He's got brown pants going down his legs to his big fur boots. Again, bunch of leather wrapped around there with fur at the top and bottom, and then some brown leather style boots. So as you can see with this figure, there's nothing too like mystical or anything about it. It just looks like a basic big muscular human, like nothing too special about it. But with Bor being an Asgardian, he of course has all the same powers again of supreme strength, speed, durability, healing factor, and has the all speak. And so for the figure's movements, his head there can twist side to side. You can probably force it all the way around there, and he can look down that far, so pretty much just as far as his beard will let him, and up that far as well. So just little movements there. The shoulders can come up 90 degrees and rotate around within the armor there. Got a bicep twist, the single elbow joint that can bend under 90 degrees there and has the twist as well. We get the wrist that can twist around and flex back and forth. He does have an ab crunch of some sort up in there, but you can't really see it too much, but he can crunch back and forth there. Twist all the way around at the waist. Hips come up 90 out to the side that far. We got a thigh twist up in there, a double knee joint that can bend up that far in the back. It feels like he has a shin twist in there, but because of the big fur piece on top, you can't really move it too well, but there is a little bit of a twist in there. and then the foot can rock back and forth, but again, because of the fur, you don't get too much movement and can twist side to side. So Boar is pretty cool. He has some issues with like his feet, so he doesn't stand up the best, but overall, like, I like his look. He just, something about him, he just doesn't fit like an Asgard. Like, he doesn't, like I said, look as like mystical or something. He just looks like, you know, just like your classic Viking. And for accessories, he comes with a shield. So again, a big shield here, very much like a Viking shield. So wood design with some metal around the outside, the metal ball there in the center as well. And then on the back, we do have the peg that can go into his back, or we can fold it down and have the clip to go onto his arm. So let's go ahead and put this on. So like all the others, it just clips around there. So we got his shield, and for his weapon, he has this giant axe. So this looks a lot like the axe that came with the Odinson, but just like a big classic axe, you know, wood handle with the metal axe part. That's all scraped up and dented and stuff, but looks very cool. So let's put this in his hand. So there I got Boar all ready for battle, and this just looks very cool. Like I said, very much just like your classic Viking design. So that's gonna be it for our SDCC 2017 Marvel Legends The Mighty Thor 5-pack. So 5 cool looking figures, definitely to me worth it for the Boar and the Ulik, and then getting the new versions of the other 3, where I think the Odinson and the Malekith are definitely the better version, but the Jane Foster Thor isn't much different, so you could really go either way there. So I definitely enjoy all 5 of these figures. I think Ulik's definitely my favorite out of the set, so I just can't recommend these figures enough. But let me know what you thought of the set down in the comments, and if you enjoyed my review, please let me know with a thumbs up. But I want to thank you all for watching. I hope you all stay awesome out there, and I'll see you in our next review.